Hey, what's up guys? It's Nick here from Modders Inc. and Dirty South PC Mods, and today we're going to take a look at Monsoon's new modular reservoir system that just came out a couple of days ago. I want to give a big shout out to the guys at Performance PCs for providing us the parts for our reservoir. Performance PCs pretty much is the main purveyor of liquid cooling parts here in the United States. If they don't carry it, you don't need it. So without further ado, let's get on to the reservoir part. Alrighty guys, these are the basic parts that you need to construct a Monsoon Modular Reservoir. The 5 basic pieces consist of a tube res, tension rods, you're going to need a top cap, and a bottom cap. Now in this instance we went ahead and went with the D5 bottom cap, so if you do that you're going to have to get the pump cover that comes separately. Now it does not come with the D5 pump, you do have to purchase that separately, so if you want to go that route, keep that in mind. Now the tubes come in any length from 40 millimeters to up to 400 millimeters I believe, and they also have a frosted and a kind of a fusion style where part of it's frosted and part of it's not. It's a pretty cool little effect. Now I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the steps that you need to go through to put your reservoir together. And basically you start off with one of your ends. I like to start off with the bottom, and then you grab one of your tension rods. Let's get these little fasteners off of here. And basically the tension rods will come with the Allen key that you need that corresponds with, particular fastener that you're going to be using. And your bottoms and your top end caps will come with these 6 holes pre-drilled. You stick your tension rod in there, kind of hold it in place real quick, a little bit here, and then you go ahead and start tightening it. And once you've got it threaded, you can just go ahead and hold on to the Allen key and spin the tension rod. And then you want to get it just to where it's hand snug. You don't want to tighten it much further than that at this point. And then you just keep going all the way around with each one. Don't lose your fasteners because you're going to need them. Okay, once you have all those hand tightened, you can go ahead and set it down on its end. Make sure you don't forget your little O-ring here. Set that in there. Go ahead and take your tube here and set it where it needs to go. And you take your top cap. And what's pretty cool about the tension rods is they will help you line up the ports. So as you can see that this piece is going to line up with this piece for these ports. So at this point you just kind of flip it over a little bit. And then go around and make sure you get the rods in their respective mounting holes. Once you get them in their respective mounting holes, set it down real quick, and then you can get started threading these. Now you'll have to hold the tension rod just a little bit to get the threads started. Go ahead and get your threads started all the way around. And basically what I'm doing is as I'm holding the tension rod with my thumb as I get the thread started. Just keep moving around like loading a gun. Alright, now that I got them started, go ahead and lay it on its side, and now that you have a second Allen key that matches, you just stick it and you tighten up. And it'll automatically tighten both ends. It'll tighten one end all the way it needs to go, and then you'll tighten the other one. Keep going until it's nice and snug. Now you don't want to over tighten it, because if you create too much tension on one side, it could possibly crack it. Although I'm pretty skeptical of that, because the tension is being spread out a lot more here than on some of the other modular reservoir systems from other companies. Also, something else I need to point out about this reservoir system is it does not come with plugs for the ports. You do have to purchase those separately. So there you go, it's all put together, and then at this point, if you're going to be using a D5 mount, you take your little pump mount down here, and it has two little fasteners. It comes with an Allen key so that you can loosen them up to release the bottom plate, so you can thread your, don't lose your little tiny screws, which is why I like using my little corrugated foam here, because it catches them and doesn't let them roll off my desk. Just loosen them up here. Right. And we can drop our bottom out. And then once the bottom's out, you can fit your cables. And of course my cables are sleeved, so they're just slightly larger than what I'm supposed to have. There we go. And there's actually an O-ring that's supposed to go down here. So, now with this particular pump cover, you're not going to be able to get to your speed adjustment on your pumps, so make sure you go ahead and set that ahead of time. Usually you shouldn't need much more than 2 or 3, unless you've got a truly gnarly system. Then you might need a little bit more. There we go. Make sure that stays there. Snug. And then you take your top and you slide it down over. doesn't fit. Great. I see what happened here. Wow. Doesn't fit. I wonder if I should do it this way. Derp! That's how it goes. Heh heh. Hee hee. Now I feel like a derp. See, that's what happens. Well, at least you got me here to figure it out for you, right? That just makes my sleeving that much harder. Get my O-ring in here just right. Alright, I don't need this one yet. There it is. Tighten our little fasteners here. And don't drop your Allen key. Alright, and we put our O-ring. Actually, I should probably put it in here. Make sure your threads line up. And screw in your D5 pump base. There we go. And you should not get all the way to the end of the thread because of the O-ring that is in place. Just make sure it's nice and snug. And there you have it, guys. There is a Monsoon MMRS pump. Now I am going to be using the Monsoon Free Center rigid fittings to go with our Spy versus Spy build. Now remember, the tops and the bottoms don't come with plugs, so you're going to have to buy your plugs separately. Also, each top and bottom base already has pre-drilled and pre-tapped holes for the mounts that you can get for these reservoirs, and the mounts also come in several different lengths, so you can get them depending upon how far away you want your reservoir from its mounting surface. And they also make coupler ends, so if you wanted to, you could take a 150 millimeter tube and add a 400 millimeter tube on the end of it if you wanted to. I mean, it's pretty crazy at how many options they have. They also have dedicated fill port tops and drain port tops, so you can, you could have make it specifically to the size of your case and have the fill port at the very top of the case and the drain port at the very bottom of the case. So all you have to do is slide your rig over the edge of a table and then open the bottom port and then open the top port, and gravity takes over. So there it is, guys, the new Monsoon Modular Reservoir System. You can currently Performance PCs has them in stock, all the parts that you can possibly imagine, in all the colors. They do make them in every color to match. Their fittings: black, red, blue, green, white, chrome black, chrome, you name it, they go nuts. Also keep in mind, if your pump is sleeved, you might have to pull it back just a little bit because the sleeves won't fit in the little holes on the pump base. But other than that, no problem. You guys, well, there you go. We'll see you guys next mod.